Hi, Desi.
Hi,
How
aloha.
are you doing today?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. If you're joining us, if you haven't seen all of the amazing promotion that Desi's been doing for today, as well as what we've been trying to push out on our social media, I'm on here today with Desi Bartlett. She is a co-author for Total Body Beautiful, Secrets to Looking and Feeling Your Best After age 35. This book is officially going to be released on this Thursday, October. Like that you have yours there too. October 27th. So we are thrilled to have Desi on today. She's going to give you a lot of insight into things that she's passionate about, but also the book as well. So I'll just run through a little bit of what I know about you. Desi is the yoga guru who is passionate about sharing the joy of movement, and I know you have a special place in your heart for empowering women. I know that's a big mission of yours. Desi has worked with celebrities like Kate Hudson, Ashley Tisdale, Alicia Silverstone, Shailene Woodley. As far as I know, she's currently working on her PhD in exercise science with a focus on exercise and nutrition as a natural intervention for premenopausal and menopausal symptoms. So, like I mentioned, Desi wrote a book, and that was released in 2020, actually, called Your Strong, Sexy Pregnancy. But she's here today to talk about Total Body Beautiful. There we go. Another plug for that one, too. Another excellent book, too, if you want to check that one out. So, as far as your bio, your background, anything that I missed there?
Um, well, first of all, thank you so much for having me. I'm really happy to be here with you and the human kinetics community. I've been in this industry since I was in college. So I've done a tremendous amount. The bio goes on and on. I've done a lot of video work and a lot of online work. But every day I wake up and I think, how can I show up today? How can I serve? So this is such a pleasure for me and such a privilege to be able to share the joy of movement and also to inspire people to feel great in their own bodies.
Excellent, excellent. So now you mentioned you were a co-author. You wrote this book actually with Andrea Orbeck and Nicole Stuart. So for a little bit more background for myself and for anyone watching right now, how did the three of you meet, and why did you decide to go in on this project together?
So we met a really long time ago. There's a beautiful woman in Los Angeles named Lori Bregman. And Lori is one of those people that's like a master connector. And when she sees that people should know each other, she puts them together. Now, I'm very lucky. She's one of my best friends. She was my doula. She also wrote the foreword for Your Strong, Sexy Pregnancy.
Right.
She linked up Andrea Orbeck, Nicole Stewart, and I a long time ago because she had the vision and the forethought to realize, hey, these women should know each other and perhaps they might share clients. You know, if someone needs a yoga teacher, call Desi. If someone needs a little bit more strength and cardio, call Andy. If it's Pilates and that's what you kind of wake up in the morning for, Nicole Stewart is the expert. So that was how we met originally. And then during the pandemic, we really came together not only as fitness professionals, but also as friends. We're all moms. We all work hard and we support each other.
Awesome. So yeah, it sounds like what I know of all three of you, it sounds like you would work great together. And like you said, help your clients out the best that you can. Now you guys do work with a lot of celebrities, and you do a great job of, helping them feel and look excellent, feel great about their lives. But I think there's a stigma, like so many people have this view of Hollywood and what people in that industry might look like and kind of their lifestyle, and might think, I wish I could feel or look like that too. But you do a great job in the book of kind of laying it out, kind of saying, hey, these are the types of things that we do with our clients. And you can do it too. I mean, was that kind of the goal of your project, or one of the goals?
Very much so. So we wrote most of this book during the pandemic. And
Okay.
we could see that during that time, more than ever in history, people needed connection, and they also needed tools, practical tools, tips, techniques that they could use to feel great in their own bodies. And so that was really when we were writing and offering and doing a lot of online classes together and checking in with people and saying, hey, what do you need? And what we found was it was a little overwhelming in terms of, okay, strength training, cardiovascular conditioning, flexibility, Pilates, nutrition. How do you put it all together? And so we're really passionate about putting it together. And in terms of Hollywood, like I love working with people who are high profile. I also love working with stay-at-home moms. What I find is very often I'm asking the exact same questions. How do you feel? How do you feel when you wake up in the morning? What's the dream in your heart? Does the health of your body support the creation of your dream? So it's kind of the same starting point, and then we go through it together. So we hear a lot about like, oh, that celebrity has, you know, this trainer and that nutritionist and that stylist, and they have all that they need to look a certain way. Okay, but I'm much more interested in how you feel. And that's the work that I bring to my clients. I don't like the word client so much anymore. I feel like we need to find a word between client and friend, because they're much more dear to me, right?
Right.
And that's the work that we wanted to share here as well.
Okay, awesome. So we'll go a little more into the book a little bit here. I know in the book you mentioned that the most influential factor in women's biology is hormones, and understanding how hormones evolve will give women a much better chance of success. So if you can walk us through kind of some of those changes and how some of those changes will make an impact on a woman's life.
Yes. So I just want to give a shout out to Andrea Orbeck here.
Yeah.
The book is divided into 3 different sections, and the first section does include physical changes. And she's the one, this is Andrea, beautiful, tall, blonde Canadian. She's the one who wrote that chapter. And one of the things that she pointed out that I really appreciated is she did not only look exclusively at the sex hormones. So we're used to hearing, you know, decrease in estrogen, decrease in progesterone, decrease in testosterone. Cool. Right. What about thyroxine? What about cortisol? What about all these things? Now, if you're not a full-on fitness and anatomy nerd like I am, and I've lost you, let me bring you back and ask you, are you stressed out? Are you stressed out all the time? If you're stressed out all the time, you probably have higher levels of cortisol. Now, if we give you a super intense workout, if we put you into HIIT or whatever, guess what? Now I'm going to stress out your system even more. Your body might not lose any weight, and now you're working super hard for what result? So one of the things I love about Andy, and specifically her approach to resistance training, is she looks at this. She looks at your lifestyle. Are you stressed out? Are your cortisol levels through the roof? Do you need some yoga? So I love that. Now, getting back to the sex hormones, yes, of course, estrogen goes down. What happens when estrogen levels decrease? That's when we get into really fun things called vasomotor symptoms. Okay, so here comes the sexy list, Aaron. Here we go. Hot flashes, woo! Sleep disturbances, waist thickening, hair loss, loss of libido. The list goes on and on and on. And again, what we do in the book is we walk you through these different changes. We encourage you to go see your doctor to get a blood test to see where you are in this part of your life cycle. And then also to realize that movement truly is medicine. It can help. So when we're talking about vasomotor symptoms, if you have hot flashes and you wake up at 3 a.m, now we have sleep disturbances. When we have sleep disturbances, then you're going to be fatigued when you finally get up. When you're fatigued in the morning, probably going to grab coffee and sugar. Now we might have a little increase in weight. Now, what am I going to do? Ask you to work out after work? You'll probably say no, thank you. So it's a cascade, right? So what I need to do as a fitness professional is I need to go back I don't want to meet you at the end of the day and say, okay, now it's time to work out. No, no. I want to go back to step one. And what set off this cascade? Oh, it was the hot flash and the sleep
Okay.
disturbance. So what I'm studying in school is I'm getting my PhD in kinesiology right now after 25 years of being out of school.
Tough to go back, but congrats to you for doing it.
Thank you. I love it. And I'm learning that the vasomotor symptom, the original hot flash that set off this cascade because of the decrease in estrogen, guess what? Yoga helps right here. So if I can help decrease her hot flashes, now we've got something. Now we are setting her up for success.
Okay. So really you're kind of, I think a lot of trainers, and this is no discredit to them, they might give the client exactly what they want or what they think they're coming in for and just putting them through a tough workout, but you're going to the root of the cause and trying to fix it from that angle as opposed to just putting them through a workout, making them sweat or whatever they think they might need to do. So, okay.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So you kind of touched on my next question already a little bit. Women are going through a lot of changes like you just talked about. What can they do to kind of combat some of those changes and maybe still feel young and fit and energetic, even though they know, I guess, chronologically they're aging?
Yeah. So first of all, I think we just had somebody named Steven join us. Let me give a shout out to the gentleman. Okay. And I've had some men ask me like, hey, should I read this book? Mm-hmm. Yes. If you have a wife, a sister, a mother, a woman in your life who is over 35, I highly suggest that you read it. It's a gift to women from our hearts. And some of the things that you can do, you can resistance train. We want to increase your bone density. We want to make sure that you, again, are strong from the inside out. We can bring you into yoga and we can help you to find that deep breath, peace of mind, take your stress down. We can bring you into Pilates. We can strengthen your core so much that you walk around feeling like a queen because your posture is on point and your spine is directly related. Pardon me. The health of your spine is directly related to the age that you feel. So that's how we do it.
Awesome. So with that said, you mentioned resistance training, different types of exercise. I do have to mention what I think is probably becoming the most popular line in the book. I'm not sure if you wrote it or which one of you three wrote it. It says, if hormonal aging were a broken down car, fitness and wellness would be a Lamborghini.
That's my cheeky Canadian friend. That's definitely an Andrea Orbeck-ism.
Nice.
Yeah, she's amazing. She's hilarious. She's straight to it with real talk. And she's absolutely right. If you want something that's effective, try this out. What I'm learning more and more every day is that hormone replacement therapy, HRT, isn't tolerated well by all women. And in fact, the side effects can be worse than the menopausal symptoms. So we need alternative courses of action and preferably natural, in my opinion. So what can we do? We can help you move and we can watch a little bit of that nutrition as well.
Okay. So you mentioned obviously you are back in school studying, doing a ton of research. What has surprised you most in the research that you found and that you've been doing?
So two things. On a physical level or physiological level, I did not know how much calcium and iron decrease. It's like crazy town.
Wow.
So we want to watch the micronutrients. We want to make sure that she's getting enough from her diet. And if we need to supplement, so be it. On an emotional level, what really surprised me, and it's like heartbreaking, is that women begin to feel invisible. And that can be a result of many different things. But imagine that you have something going on in your body, mind, and heart. Let's say you've got hot flashes, brain fog, waist thickening, maybe a little bit of mood swing happening, hair loss. And outside, maybe no one even notices much of that, but
Right.
inside, whew. So that that was what really, really surprised me, and also what excited me, because now we have the opportunity to help you feel great. And again, that's what wakes me up every morning. Like, I've been in this industry for 30 years now,
Yeah.
and I still wake up like, let's go.
And I think to that point right there, you mentioned why this book is great for men as well. And just a little bit of insight, I'm also a trainer. I have a lot of women clients, and that was one reason that I was personally interested in this, because I'm thinking if I'm training these women that are going through these changes, then I need to know about them too. So whether, like you said, if you're married, have a girlfriend, if you are, training women, have women in your life, like that, this is all important information for you to know. So yeah, I do like that point about how it's great for all audiences. So I'll have a little bit of fun with this next question.
Yeah.
Just kind of curious. I mean, you've been in the industry, been in this career for quite a while. What is one of the best stories, or maybe one of the funniest stories that you've experienced in your career?
So I live on the island of Oahu now, thus the
Right.
like beautiful Hawaiian art in the background.
Right.
Um, but I'm originally from downtown Chicago. I'm a
Okay.
Midwesterner. I went
Yeah.
to UIC, University of Illinois at Chicago, for my master's program. While I
Okay.
was in school, I put myself through school. I paid for it by personal training at
Right.
East Bank Club in Chicago. If
Okay.
you're not from Chicago, it's basically like the Disneyland of gyms. They have 1,000 pieces of cardio, 4 pools, 4 restaurants. I mean, the list just goes on and on. So while I was there, Aaron, this is so funny. I really
Yeah.
just wanted to teach a step aerobics class. I'm like, can I just teach a step
Okay.
aerobics class? Like, please. And they
Right.
said, all of the step classes are covered at the moment. If you want to get into group fitness, let's bring you into aqua aerobics.
Okay.
Cool. So I
Yeah.
went and I got my certification and I started teaching that, and it was super fun. My second water aerobics class ever, a woman raises her hand and she says, excuse me, I'm in labor.
Oh no.
What?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
welcome to the class, right?
Right, everybody out of the pool. Let's call her spouse. Let's get her some help and get moving. But what I really think is that was sort of foreshadowing my career. My career has been very much in service to women in all phases of life, whether it's pregnancy, postnatal, mommy and me, perimenopausal, menopausal. Like, I love you
Okay.
all. So that little moment was like, hey, here's your life.
That kind of told you knew where you were supposed to be, right?
Yes, exactly.
Awesome. So what was the reaction of everyone else in the class? I mean,
Everyone started clapping and crying and smiling. It was
nice.
just a party.
Right. That's funny. So, yeah, out of respect for your time, we definitely appreciate you being on with us today and telling us a lot more about the research that you've done, everything in your career, and definitely about the book. What is the best way that someone might be able to keep up with the work that you're doing? And you can include Andrea and Nicole in this too. Like, how can someone reach out to you?
So we're all very active right here on Instagram. My handle is Mothers into Living Fit. You can see it. Andrea Orbeck is at Andrea Orbeck. Nicole is at Nicole Stuart LA. And then we
Okay.
also have a combined channel, which is Total Body Beautiful. We
Yep.
have a website, Total Body Beautiful. And you can find me as well on YouTube, Desi Bartlett. During the pandemic, I made a ton of free content. So if you're thinking, hey, she's kind of interesting, I want to check out her yoga, please do it. It's right there for you. There's some beautiful, like, picturesque landscape from Hawaii as well.
Yes. Awesome. Yeah, for everyone watching, definitely take a look at this book. You can find it on our website, us.humankinetics.com. I know it's also on Amazon. You might know a few other places that it's going to be available too. Definitely appreciate your time. Check it out. I mean, this is a full color book. It has pictures of different yoga poses, different exercises. Very informative, very well put together book. So again, thank you for your time. And if you have anything else, I can let you have the last word again.
Oh, thank you so much. It's also available at Barnes & Noble and Target. And as Erin said, it drops this Thursday. We're super excited.
Right.
I just wanted to give two quick shout outs. One to our photographer. Her name is Natalia Gwynn. She did a beautiful job with the images. So you have a very easy guide to follow. And then also to Michelle Earle at Human Kinetics, the acquisitions editor. For those of you who have enjoyed Human Kinetics over the years, as I have in my graduate program back in the day, they are simply the best, and the integrity of the work just continues to like stay on par and excel and evolve. And so I'm so proud to be part of the HK community, and thank you for your time.
No problem. Definitely. Thank you for your time. Have a good rest of your day, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Sounds good.